Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On first down, Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in secondary.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's first and 10. On first and 10, it's Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Ryan. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones from 3 yards out. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a first and 10 at their own 22. Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. Now he steps away. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Wentz will try again on second down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
A gain of 11 and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Go, go. Get over there. Go.
Wins to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From the shotgun, Ryan. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Brandon Graham in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brandon Graham in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
11. Wait. Hey, wait.
3rd and long, it's Ryan. And he's going to go down again. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him yet again, and he must be shell-shocked back there. That's now back-to-back-to-back sacks, and it's 4th down.
Get up!
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, 52 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. tacks on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Jack Crawford breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Going long here for Wallace. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Ryan. This complete to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into right protection.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have, and right there they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's complete left side to Aguilar. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
81, 81. Shift. Shorty.
Wentz now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That's it. Black, come on.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Lefty.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
To throw, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Brooks Reed able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Aguilar has it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Check 26, check 87.
Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles get a score closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Oh, what a move. They're spinning now. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is I'm doing
it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Wentz to throw on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They stay on the ground. Again, it's a Jay. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Let's go. Great, great. Let's find two.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Sunday.
Here's Wentz to throw. Screen pass to Sproles. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott from the right hash. This from 33. And Elliott puts this one through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Operating from the gun, Ryan. Complete to Jones. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. On 1st down, Ryan steps away to his left. 20. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Lions extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Throwing on first is Wentz. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Down the man inside. Down the man.
Wentz now on 1st down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 55 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And here now come the Falcons. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Hey, let's go!
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Go!
Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they could.